Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're all fine. We're going to do a Nasdaq weekly and a little bit more than that review. Let's try to make it short. So, an update about the last review I had around the news, around the FOMC meeting, and it actually played out perfectly. I've mentioned that my assumption is that we are very, very much bullish, and I've taught and explained the power of three, which has played out perfectly, and it's exactly what happened. And yeah, that's what we have seen. You can go and see that video. There's a lot of info inside of there, a lot of explanations, technical, and trying to grab a real eye on the market. So that's an update on the last review, which was perfectly played out. And let's go on to the weekly. So as you can see, we're looking at the weekly chart, and on the weekly, we totally finished the last week bullish, above the bodies of the last candles, and with a very nice playing up with the power of three, as I explained. So on the basic understanding of the weekly chart, we are very much bullish. We are going up. That's how it seems. Also, the month ended up very bullish, as you can see. Those lines I've printed because I want to explain it a bit later, so we can have some sort of another way to look at things. So generally, we are very bullish. I want us to see something interesting in the weekly, and that we actually have already tapped into desired area, which is discount for us in order for us to go up. And as you can see, market has went slightly below the discount and then continue its move. So in market shape point of view, we're okay. We can go up. It looks like the market is fine in this point of view. Okay, so it's something to consider, that I don't expect market going lower here. I mean, there is place to go here, because if we're looking at premium, let's see, from here to here. No, actually, there was premium also here. So this thing is covered, as long as I'm concerned. This whole area here, from here to here, the market shouldn't go back there. If we are very bullish, we shouldn't go back there. In the very long term perspective, it's like I don't expect price to go here generally. Okay, because we reached premium here, and also, as we have seen here. So those areas are very much covered, right? It has reached premium here and here. It didn't reach those areas, which actually, if it does touch into 50%, it might go back here. But on the weekly chart, as far as market price delivery, it looks okay. So on that aspect, I don't expect us to go that way. That aspect, sorry. All right, let's look at daily. So on the daily chart, there's a bit of fuzziness here. All those volume imbalances, they are weird to me. It's like something weird is going on here. There's also other places which price did that thing, but it signed some sort of reversal, as you can see. Also here. So that kind of fuzziness sometimes might signal reversal, right? It shows like something's fuzzy in the price. So on the daily shows some weird signs. I don't I can't completely say what's going on, but it's definitely there's a sign that something's going on here. Eventually, there was a bullish in volume and a bearish in volume imbalance and bullish volume imbalance. Making both together, there's supposed to be a very strong support. So with that, I must expect price to grab this high. It's a must, right? So the immediate goal of price for me is absolutely this high. Absolutely immediate goal. It's like it's a must to be taken. Price will grab this price. It looks like no other option as far as we are looking at technical analysis, right? All right. So last thing I want for us to look at, and then I'll sum up the whole technical side. Last thing I want us to look at is the correlated pair, which is dollar index. And if we're looking at weekly dollar index, there is something to notice. Something interesting to notice. Actually, from way back around here, which is 1985, it was a very long time ago, price didn't exactly seem to touch the premium. It was a sell, there is a sell here, price came up to premium, and it didn't actually touch it, which is weird to me. It could be counted as touched and that price has been delivered correctly, but still, this is unknown to me. I mean, it could be that it could be to the market makers that this is correct, and the downside is the downtrend should continue. But it's also possible, and we should take this into account, that price will need to go back around here, this area. It looks like a very good area for price to go back to. Very possible. And when we're looking at price currently, we can see we're definitely in a downtrend, right? High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But here we have some sort of a change. We can see a definite making of price towards this area. So it's a mystery. I can't completely tell what we are aiming for. I mean, technical analysis point of view. But we will need to see. If we are looking a little bit closer, we can see that price reached here, touched this premium, and then started its decline, which is possible to go on lower. This is the general outlook, but in the very large perspective, we are still bullish. And this is very opposite to Nasdaq, which means that if the dollar is bullish, Nasdaq is supposed to be bearish. Yet we are seeing a very bullish Nasdaq. So this is another something to consider and think about when we are looking at long term. All right, let's talk a little bit fundamentals, because on the fundamental side, we've seen some weird thing. Let's see. I want us to see I want us to see what happened with news. And the first thing I want to talk about is the FOMC. So the FOMC ended up at the end keeping the same rate, and even though it wasn't supposed to have any impact on the market, to me, rates that haven't been decreased for so long means a little ill market. I'm saying a little because there is a lot of problems in the American market, but still, it's the strongest market, strongest economy, and it seems that not decreasing rates so long might mean not very positive sign. And this is why on the fundamental, I think that we are bearish, because in the long run we were supposed to see some sort of decrease in the rates. And also on the NFP, the non-farm payroll, we had a really big miss. I mean, the non-farm payroll was actual very much higher than the forecast. It was very, very much higher from the forecast. And that means to us that we are very bearish on the Nasdaq, because you can see that a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative bearish to the US dollar, and the US dollar, the dollar index, is in a correlation with Nasdaq, and that means that we're supposed to be bearish on Nasdaq. So the fundamentals tells us we're absolutely bearish, supposed to be bearish, and we actually saw a bearish reaction on the market, right? We have seen at the day of the release on Friday, we have seen a very bearish reaction. Yet price managed to get back high and take the downside. Here you can see there was a big drop down and then a big push up. So it looks like we're not absolutely bullish on the technical, and we are not absolutely bearish on the we're bearish on the fundamentals, but we are not absolutely. We can see actually both analysis, technical and fundamentals, agree. I want us to try and grab, like we did last time, something that might help us understand where we are aiming, and that is the quarterly theory. Now, what is the quarterly theory? The quarterly theory describes that each quarter might hold within itself a change in the market. It might give a change in the market. So let's look at the 2022 and 2023 for an example and understand. And as we can see, January started with a very hard downtrend, right? At the end, there was a decrease in price. Price went up, and then exactly on this and the next quarter, April, price kept going down. A reversal. Next quarter starts, another fall down. Yeah, a reversal, and then next year, 2023, a start of a new change. Price changed again. Around here again, price change started to drop, and then the next quarter, not exactly as we can see here, it wasn't that accurate, a price going up. So based on of what we have just explained, my expectation in the near future is not for a reversal, which we have already had January, and I consider it a reversal in the halftime or near the end. So I expect February to continue to go up till February will continue to go up, and around February to have some sort of stop, maybe a slight movement down if we're supposed to go up on April. But until then, we'll have to analyze market again. And to me, I guess, right, it's a guess, because we have here mixed information. As I said, fundamentals are bearish, technical is bullish, and with the quarterly change theory, we should see until February a push up. That's my point of view. Have a nice day, have a nice week, trade safe, and keep making money.